In 2024, we had one of the most contentious presidential elections of my lifetime between two candidates who absolutely hated each other. And we can see that, oh my God, they're kissing. Yes, this is the new AI kissing tool, where with one click, you can make any two people in the world suck face. When I first saw this, I had two thoughts. The first thought I had was, wow, AI is advancing way faster than I thought. And the second thought I had was, we're so fucked. Now, I'm not trying to be some sort of pearl-clutching old person who's afraid of AI or machines. I actually use AI a lot, whether it's for my day-to-day job or in making videos. But the problem is, for every one useful AI tool, there are mountains of garbage out there. And the problem is we exist in this really weird place in time where a lot of these AI innovations are being driven by some of the worst people on the planet. And the people who have the power to regulate this are too old or out of touch to accurately do so. Like, yeah, AI could be used to drastically change our lives for the better. But do you really think that these guys want to use AI to make life better for the rest of us? You got midlife crisis rebrand Zuck 2.0 out here with his stupid ass fro and chain talking about how AI is gonna make life better for everyone. But this is the same asshole who co-opted social media to prey on our insecurities and misinform all of us, all while he collects a lot of our data. Tim Cook is over here throwing iPads at babies with an unregulated app store full of AI slop. And don't get me started on this asshole. Now, normally in US history, when some industrious dude comes along with an idea to make a lot of money without a care for the well-being of the people, the government will kind of rein them in a little bit. Like, okay, Henry Ford, the assembly line is a great idea, but let's put some precautions in place to make sure no one loses a limb while they're making that one car that everyone's gonna buy. But our government doesn't know shit about AI. All these greedy dinosaurs barely understand how the internet works. And you're telling me that they're the ones in charge of regulating this new evolving industry? We see this every few months where some fossil is grilling a tech bro about what their product does, and they can't grasp the absolute basics. It's just embarrassing.
I have a 7-year-old granddaughter who picked up her phone before the election, and she's playing a little game, kind of game a kid would play, and up on there pops a picture of her grandfather. And I'm not going to say into the record what kind of language was used around that picture of her grandfather, but I'd ask you, how does that show up on a 7-year-old's iPhone who's playing a kid's game?
Congressman, iPhone is made by a different company, and so, you know, I mean...
It might have been an Android.
Oh yeah, but somehow Nancy Pelosi can make a lot of money off of Nvidia stock. I'm sure that this lady knows more about graphics cards than the rest of us. Or maybe, just maybe, it's... Come here. Insider trading! Now I know what you're thinking. Pancake Sean, that AI is clearly not real. Only an idiot would believe that. Well, the bad news is, there's a lot of idiots out there. I think millennials are in an interesting place when it comes to AI. Now, I don't want to go on some sort of tangent about how millennials are the best. We definitely have some skeletons in our closet, and we've done some cringy shit before, but hear me out on this. So you got old ass boomers watching a clearly AI generated video of Barron Trump singing a song and thinking it's real. You see a lot more of these videos these days where they show old people like Grand Theft Auto footage and tell them it's real. I mean, don't get me wrong, this shit is hilarious, but the fact that the largest voting bloc in America can be fooled by the most rudimentary AI is horrifying. Then on the other end of the spectrum, you have Gen Alpha and Gen Beta kids being raised in a world where all they know is AI. And because mommy and daddy are working 5 different jobs just to get by, instead of raising their kids, they just throw an iPad in front of them and call it a day. Then the kid spends all their time in an unregulated app store full of AI slop that's designed to drip feed them dopamine, and nothing good can come of that. Some of Gen X, millennials, and my personal favorite generation, the crazy-ass cats high on catnip Zoomers, can tell the difference between AI and reality, while also seeing that AI is going in a pretty scary direction. Again, I'm not saying AI is bad. I think that there's a lot of great uses for AI, and it's really going to revolutionize a whole lot of things. But the fact that the people driving these innovations have proven time and time again all they care about is money and power, and the people who should be regulating this are too greedy or stupid to care, bodes pretty poorly for the rest of us. Let's go back to that kissing AI. Sure, it's hilarious to make a video of me macking on Jedi Master Yoda, but what happens when a middle schooler uses this to make a video of their classmate kissing a teacher? Do you think a bunch of tenured geezers are going to be able to tell the difference between that and reality? Furthermore, shouldn't there be some sort of law surrounding consent when using these tools? Right now, I could take a picture of any person in the world and have them make out with any other person on video, and there are no legal issues with that. However, in my state, falsely impersonating someone is a Class 1 misdemeanor. So if I stand up here and say, my name's not Pancake Sean, my name's actually Waffle Brian, that would get me in trouble. But making all this AI stuff wouldn't. And this is just what we can do today. Right now, we can make deepfake images or short form content, but in the future, we're gonna be able to make long form video content of people doing anything at all. These models are only getting better. Then you got language models that can listen to somebody talk for like 10 or 15 minutes and then imitate their voice and their cadence of talking very easily. How long before you can combine that with a video to put somebody in any sort of compromising position that is impossible to tell if it's real or not? They even have these horrible AI responses that YouTube creators can use to respond to people who comment on their videos now. Let me just be real with my audience for a second. The only reason I'm here is because you're supporting me. This green screen, that was bought with YouTube money. This camera, bought with YouTube money. You are the reason I can do this, and I will never, ever use AI to trick you into thinking you're having a conversation with me. The only reason I'm up here is because you watch the videos or like and comment and subscribe, and for me to use AI to trick you would just be the biggest slap in the face ever. Okay, end of that rant. Let's go back to the normal rant. I don't know. I mean, I saw that ad for the kissing AI, and I kind of spiraled about where this whole thing is going. It's like the people in charge of this are all assholes, and the people who should be regulating this are inept. We're in the wild west of this, which could be exciting, but when a bunch of the tech bros that lead this charge are just terrible people, I feel like this whole thing's gonna kind of suck. I mean, look at these guys. It looks like a bunch of middle schoolers in bad fitted suits on the way to their first homecoming. And you're telling me that these spineless man children are the ones that we're leaving in charge of shaping our world? At least with guys like Carnegie or Rockefeller, you could say, you know what? He looks pretty badass. He probably knows what he's doing. Sam Altman looks like some limp dick high schooler who drives a Honda Civic. Hey, who put that picture of me driving a Honda Civic in high school up there?